Hello and welcome to the Touchline SA podcast, the podcast that deals with everything that has to do with your football news. As you can see, I am all in blue, only because Premier League, Bundesliga, Serie A, you name it, everything is coming back in 2 days. And as you can see, everybody popping on those screens. This is the kind of panel that I want to have this season. I'm going to start off with the newbies. I'm going to start off with Mr. Chain there at the bottom. Welcome to Touchline, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Thank you for having me, guys. I feel good. I'm ready to, back up my team. I've been waiting for this. I've waited long enough.
We know. You've been in the comments, yo. You've been and you're finally here. We can finally see your face and we can voice it and attack you nicely.
But honestly, thank you guys for having me, man. I'm very appreciative of this. It's gonna be a nice season for us. Let's enjoy ourselves.
We hope so. And then also we're going to be welcoming back who the F is Kamogelo, a regular. We love to have him. His commentary is great. He's a great guy. How are you doing tonight, Kamu?
How you doing, Billy? Thank you so much for having me. You know why I'm here, man. I'm here to talk. I'm here to do what I do best. Talk that football.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, we're also being scolded there at the bottom. We're late. We apologize, Koki. Let's explain to you what happened. You see this thing with technology, ne? It doesn't always follow us the way we want it to. So we apologize, Koki. We hope to do better going forward as the season starts. You see, this is pre-trial. We're practicing for the right moments. And then also in another man that we haven't seen in a long time, Chad Peterson, how are you doing?
Yo, guys, good to be alive. It's good to be back. That's all I can say.
That is something to be grateful for. You're right. I mean, with COVID doing the rounds now, so many RIP. So we are so great and grateful to have you here.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Mr. Vince __92.
Yeah! Yeah! And the crowd goes wild. Yay! Never ever let me go off the chat in terms of introducing me because that guy's as inspiring as a piece of toast with no butter. So good to be back, guys. So good to be back. I was like, you got so many things right. I don't know you read Kamogelo's handlers. Who the F is Hamako? I was reading Hutfi Kamogelo. I thought it was Greek. Yo, I thought it was a different language, dog. Oh man, but yeah.
We'll excuse you, Vince. I know you're not wearing the other pair of glasses but the other pair of eyes. It's okay.
You look red right now. I don't know if it's your tan or what, but like I can't see you.
Please don't say that. I should be blue. Before we get into the conversation today, Chain, somebody just asked, how the hell did you get on the show? Who did you piss off before you got on the show?
Now, listen here, right? In terms of sports podcasts, right? Like, I speak a lot. I have a lot of opinions, people. I have a lot of opinions.
Who do you support,
a few people get mad, because, some of them take actions. And, we took a whole lot of smack. I've been told that I cannot be vulgar, so I'm really picking my words as much as possible and trying to just be, PG rated.
We'll see about that. I mean, we have a whole 30-minute show.
Look at my fans. Look about my fans.
Bro.
Who do you support?
Who, me? Look,
yeah.
We're not going to discuss this further, right? So listen here. My team went through a lot
the
last season.
The wheels of the bus go round and round, round and round.
You know why? Let me tell you why I hate Chelsea so much. Let me explain to you why I hate Chelsea so much. That whole UEFA fraud that they went through. I'm sorry, I have to do it now. That whole UEFA luck beauty. I don't know what happened. I lost it. Okay. Because Oravile knows that there were three times on Twitter I told her, "Hey, your team's gonna take this L." Oh,
that's true.
Oh, God.
That is true.
God. So, yeah, don't ask who my team is, but just know that, Old Trafford, You know,
The
stadium
wheels
of-
are coming off this season. Let us get into the transfers that have been making headlines all around. If there are two teams that I did not understand what the hell happened, has to be Real Madrid and Barcelona letting go of both their captains in one season. How ridiculous is that? 16 years with Sergio Ramos at Real Madrid and 19 years with Lionel Messi, who has just signed a 2-year deal with another option of extending it by a year at PSG. If there is a team that has done the business this season, just like Vince earlier had said about Madrid 2009, man, oh man. Vince, I'm going to take this one to you. How do you feel about PSG and what they've done this season?
Without a doubt. When I talk about recent history, guys, I'm talking maybe like a decade. I'm going to say 10 years. Because that 2009 season, what the Galacticos did, bring in Ronaldo, bring in all those players in 2009, when they literally arranged them there
in a row.
That was a mad time of my life, because obviously they were mad at what that red team that Chain supporters did in the Champions League in the previous season. Those guys were angry. They were like, this Man United team is not going to touch the stuff again. Anyway, but what PSG did.
Rabile, you see, he's choosing violence, right? I came in peace.
No. All I'm saying is the instructions were clear. At Touchline, we choose violence. That's all I'm saying. But
leave him. The only thing good about his team is his kids.
For me, it's honestly what PSG did in terms of the person. I chose to ignore that. But what PSG did in terms of the personnel they brought in, and not just like ability-wise, it's just character-wise. Because you can never, ever have enough leadership, and you can never have enough examples in the team. And I think Sergio Ramos coming in, honestly, a rock, a defender, a leader at the back. Donnarumma in terms of being the player of the tournament in the Euros. You know, Gini Van Alden, I don't really recognize that team in Anfield that speaks very weird English. But, you know, I'll recognize the fact that he is a Champions League winner. And all these guys, all on free.
For free.
And
Please don't forget the free part.
Dude. And I haven't even mentioned the second best player of all time also signing for them on a free transfer. You know, so them essentially spending 70 million. You see that? I mean, obvious second, but that's a conversation for another day, because I can just see people
gonna be so mad when she hears this.
You know what? I don't.
She's typing as we speak.
I can imagine. I can't be arguing with guys that have weird names like Chain, but that's neither here nor there. But
okay, cool. I see where we go. Let's do this. I'm ready.
What they've done is just amazing. And honestly, we haven't even spoken about the 17 mil they spent on Hakim. So honestly, I am so excited for Parc de France, for Paris Saint-Germain. And if they don't do it now, then someone obviously has a vendetta against them in South Africa because of our law. You know,
I was about to say that. Chain, I actually want to go to you now, because I mean you've had so much to say, and I want to bring it back to the point that I've been reading on Twitter, that one of the best things that has ever happened to Mauricio Pochettino was actually being fired by Tottenham, because who knew that he could ever get to the team that he has right now?
No, you see, Pochettino's smart. If you guys look at that squad of his, they are Southern American boys. I don't know what he's doing.
Brazilians.
The man from Argentina, the man from Argentina was like, I'm taking all my boys. Now, you cannot be surprised about Messi going to PSG. Pochettino knew as soon as that man was free, he was like, hey, Joe, you're going to one team only. Here. Yeah. So I will allow that. However, how they're going to do this rotation with Di Maria, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe,
Verratti,
so don't expect much. Vincent, see flames. You think, look, the football gods will decide whether their fate is worth them seeing the semis. The football gods want Chelsea's side, which is beyond me, and I'll never, ever disrespect them gods again. But the rest of y'all, like Liverpool, never.
I mean, you heard Vincent say, Naralo, and that's okay, you know, as long as Boloi Barena gets us what we want. Who the F is come? I want to bring into this conversation. How do you see PSG panning out this season? Do you think they'll finally be able to get that, the Champions League?
In addition, like Messi obviously doesn't hurt your chances, as well as having Donnarumma, Hakimi, and Wijnaldum. They're all prestigious players. But they came so close already last season, and additions like that, I think they help a lot actually. So I think it is anything short of winning the Champions League is a failure for Pochettino.
It's
So
failure.
as much as it is a blessing that he got fired by Spurs, I think that it's also a curse also, because now the onus is on him, like, to do the business, and he has all the tools at his disposal, So yeah, it's Champions League or bust. Like, otherwise, yeah, he's gotta go.
All right. And I want to bring Chad into this conversation because looking at PSG, they literally have the full potential to go out and do it. PSG have 9 goalkeepers, guys. 9 registered goalkeepers. And, when Chen brought up that whole rotation of the team, Chad, how do you see Pochettino lining his men up with regards to not just the league? I mean, they lost to what, Lille last season. They were like, yo, Narquatile, we're coming back with vengeance. We're coming. But how do you see them lining up throughout the season?
First and foremost, PSG have too many players. They have too many players. Like, I don't know how Chain feels about this, but Man U need a defensive mid. They can ask for Andre Herrera back.
Man, leave me alone. I just got here. Leave me. God damn.
But also, good transfer business by them. They've only paid for Hakimi, and they've reinforced in every position.
Yes,
actually.
That's true.
But they have too many players. I feel like some of the midfielders can go. I feel like
who?
Icardi,
Be bold and say
look
what
at
you
his
check.
career.
Like who? Speak up. You got a chest, right? Say it.
Yes, I'm gonna say it. And they're first. Even Di Maria, if he's getting game time, he might get game time as a midfield.
Can I ask?
Draxler can bounce. Draxler has no space. Draxler can bounce.
Can I ask?
He can go to Arsenal finally.
You know what?
Oh my God! No.
The guest first. Yeah.
Please tell me. And in this whole rotation, right? What makes you believe that Pochettino would not choke another team into a Champions League? Since you guys are so sure. Listen, I'm a PSG fan. Don't come here acting like I was PSG fan this year. I've been for a minute. I don't like Messi coming into my team. That's the first thing. Pochettino is just going to add more problems. So please explain to me, a man who's played several finals. Oh my God, he's played so many finals and has seen nothing but flames and L's. How are we going to trust him against with players like Messi and Di Maria? Please tell me.
Listen, it took close 7 finals for him to win 1 too. You know what I mean? He lost 6 in a row and he won the 7th one. Maybe the 7th one is the one that, starts speaking volumes to them.
That man lost the French to the domestic cup last season.
No. We are not going to compare Klopp to him.
Let's let Chad wrap up what we was trying to say earlier. Yes, Chad.
Koki.
No, I'm going to answer this question. The problem was Spurs. It wasn't Poch. The problem was Spurs. So you can't. I will still bank on the fact that this man made a Champions League final against all odds with no money.
No
signing. Buy a single player. Then they said no, don't buy nobody. Dog, Harry Winks made it to a Champions League final. Harry Winks.
Pochettino.
Harry Winks played in the Champions League final.
Oh my gosh, no. Pochettino does under pressure did not know what to do. He had one of the best goals.
He had all the pressure. Right? He didn't make a single transfer. How do you go into a league season with aspirations as lofty and unreal as Tottenham Hotspur Football Club?
And make a Champions League final. We need to give him the credit.
Final against all odds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he can't play under pressure. Secondly, it's his whole. It's a club he played for. It's a club he has history in. PSG knows Pochettino. He was a mainstay there. There's more love in it. There's more love in it.
When-
So basically, what I'm saying is, let's give him the benefit of the doubt because he has the tools he needs to perform. Let's not write him off because of the club they call Tottenham Hotspur. You can't. You can't write him off yet.
But Chad,
Yes.
you're also
Yes.
you're
Chad.
also speaking in circles, my boy. Because
Thank you.
You can't tell me that Tottenham were the problem if Pochettino goes to a PSG that's won the domestic league in years in a row, and then he goes and loses it 2-0. And he still choked.
Thank you.
So he's not the problem. And also to answer our panel's question, Messi can't rest against Monaco. Monaco won the league 2 years ago. So in the same way,
I was gonna say that also.
in the same way that Pep literally has a second team that can challenge to win the league title, clearly Poch also needs a second team that can win the league title because clearly he stumbled over the blocks last year. What we will see this transfer window is going to be very, very, very hot because they're going to need to release some wages. And all I'm saying is Julian Draxler will not be a PSG player come the end of the window.
I mean, I'm not even just thinking about Draxler. I'm thinking about the likes of who is that forward? Icardi. I mean, Icardi just signed also. I mean, there's no way Icardi will be getting game time at PSG now, looking at the forwards that are there. So PSG have a lot to work with coming this season. But I also want to move on to other transfers that have made headlines this season. Come on, I want to bring you into this conversation because Arsenal went and paid 50 mil for a defender.
Wait, is he an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to hear no United talk. United hasn't won a trophy since I don't know when. You know what I'm saying? You can't even tell me anything.
Are you in UEFA or Europa?
I want to tell me anything.
You guys in UEFA or Europa this season?
Hey, don't tell me about no
UEFA. Top 8 for the season.
Okay, it's fine. Ben White's awesome. I think he's cool. I saw him play against Spurs. I saw him play against who did we play against Spurs? Anyway, I saw him play against Spurs, right? And he was really impressive. Like for as much as we have like all the problems that we have in the team, I think what he typifies what we needed as far as like a ball playing center back that can switch play. Is comfortable on the ball, can come out with the ball. And he's versatile. You know, he can play for as much as he's not that quick. Like he's versatile. He can play in a number of defensive positions. So I'm happy. There's a lot we need to do. There's still so much we need to do. But Ben White, hey man, is better than nothing, right? So I'm happy with him.
I agree. And you guys are the curtain open on Friday. You guys are playing Brentford in the 2021-2022 season opener. I look forward to this coming season because obviously all the transfers that have been ongoing. I'm going to move on to Mr. Vince __ because his team have set a new British record by bringing over Mr. Jack Grealish from Aston Villa, who also made his debut this past weekend, unfortunately losing to Leicester, but he got some minutes on the board. How do you feel about your signing?
I am so glad that you recognize my transfer window. I'm so glad. You know when you called me a Manchester City fan, I actually just felt great. I'm gonna wear my Robinho shirt next time, so you guys know I was definitely. But guys,
can you agree?
Yeah.
Kenny?
You guys had Messi, you know, like waiting, and then don't you feel like
man? Surplus to requirements. Pep Guardiola and friends realizes that we're gonna win everything next season. And honestly, I don't even know why we're debating how we lost the Community Shield. Listen, that's a Mickey Mouse Cup if you win it. And honestly, it was just a small day at the park if you lose it. So honestly, I'm all right. I also feel like we need to give some teams a chance. Also, I'm low-key glad that Leicester won that game because now they're gonna feel too confident in their squad and they might go and sell James Maddison to my parent club, which is Arsenal, which is where my first love is actually. But how do I feel about City this season, guys? Going to be an absolute walkover. Genuinely, I think they're going to absolutely walk through. And the worst part is we're not done. We're not done.
I say this.
Yeah.
One more thing, Shane. One more thing. I was listening to my dad speak yesterday. My dad is Pep Guardiola, and he was busy.
My dad.
Okay. And my dad was busy saying that they aren't done, and if Tottenham want to talk, that they are ready to talk. But of course, obviously, the stalemate. Harry Kane, 6-year contract. We're in what we call a juxtaposition. Hey, listen to that private school English. It's called a juxtaposition. So, yeah, I still think City are going to walk the league. We're feeling delicious. I'm happy with Jack Grealish. He brings in something delicious in our midfield. I do feel, though, he's going to play very different around Pep. Pep doesn't want a guy who's going to be fouled. I think Pep wants to move the ball quick. And if Jack was the most fouled player because he had to go and draw the fouls last season, he doesn't need to go and draw them this time. Want the ball out of his feet. Quick, fast, give it to Kevin. Let's go and let Harry Kane bang in the goals for us. Thank you and good night.
Oh, wow. There you are, guys. That is Jack Grealish in his number 10 jersey. That is 100 million signing for Manchester City. And also just looking at the fact that Tottenham is playing Manchester City in their Super Sunday. Nuno Espirito Santos has confirmed that Harry Kane will play for Tottenham against Man City. Do remember that the transfer window closes on the 31st of August. So we have 2 more weeks of ridiculousness is still coming up. Before I get to Chain, I want to bring Chad into this conversation because I want to move on to the signings that Manchester United have made. And because Chain, I know, is going to take over, I want to bring Chad first. Manchester United haven't signed the likes of Jadon Sancho as well as Rafael Varane. How do you see that team shaping out? Do you think Oli is still at the wheel, or is he still giving out points this season to everybody?
My biggest problem with Man U is that I don't think Ole would be able to use the players that he has as effectively as he should. There's too many conundrums. It's all good and well that you have certain players. I read something about him saying he wants to switch to 4-3-3.
Yes.
He wants to switch to 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So that he can have a third midfield in the middle of the park. But he wants to play Bruno in that midfield. And then he wants to make space for Donny. But now what do you do about Pogba? What do you do about Fred?
And what do you do about McTominay as well? Yeah. And Mata, who just signed a 1-year extension.
He can play at centre back when Maguire is injured. But I'm talking about the midfielders who actually play. But you have that issue at hand. What do you do about Mason Greenwood, who still needs to come up and get game time? You can't play him on the right because Jadon's on the right. Maybe now with Rashford injured,
with Rashford
you can
out,
play Jadon on the left. But then what do you do about Amad Diallo, who still needs to play as well? You know? And Daniel James, who happens to be Ole's little skivvy boy, is also going to try and fit in somewhere. JC Lingard is on redemption tour. So, Man, you have a lot of selection conundrums. And I don't think Ole knows how to put this puzzle together. I don't think he has the capacity to do so.
I mean, the fact that you just mentioned Donny, I'd actually forgotten that he's a Man U player because he was, unused so many times last season. I don't even know why they wasted his season, to be honest, to bring him to Man U as quickly as they did. But let's bring in the man who probably knows his team best. Let us, let him have the opportunity to let us know how he feels his team will probably line up. Mr. Chain, how are you feeling?
All right. Before I jump to my team, I want to first
my
man. When did you support Man City? Who was the first player you liked? Rian? Because in my head, I did no Man City fans ever.
You are innocent until proven guilty. Allow me to go and plead my case. Okay. I was at a school, a boys' school there, and I started having a liking for Robinho when he got to my Manchester City side. When with James Milner in there, were there, Roque Santa Cruz. You can't teach me. I've been I've been watching football since you were in nappies. Okay, let's come to the podcast with respect. You have been bamboozled. You have been hoodwinked. Your club is run amok, and I will not allow you to come here with that white tendency. Not here.
You know what he just did? He pulled exactly what Ollie had been doing all season. He just got onto the field and started. He just expected things to happen.
I need clearance. Yes, I need clearance and understanding.
Don't forget to tell Chain. Don't forget to tell Chain that his PE teacher just signed the 6-year deal at Manchester United. Shh! Don't tell him.
Okay, first, I'm not done. After he's done with that, right? First of all, after he lied about your team supporting since Robinho, because I don't believe that. Next thing, Grealish, biggest fraud you're gonna get. Look, the way we were pissed off at Maguire when he came to us, same thing's gonna happen to you and Grealish. Trust me. And you guys are gonna be so because
no.
You guys are giving that kid too much. This number 10 is a fraud. I am done. I don't want to see him. And I'm who's putting this guy on? Actually, I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna carry on from there. And then we're gonna move to the next person that's gonna kill you guys in Man City, Nathan Ake. Tell you now. And if any game that man starts, it's a guaranteed L. Even when you guys played Leicester, I knew as soon as I saw Nathan, I'm like, you guys are gonna lose. This kid is not ready for you guys to play for Man City. He could have played in any other team. Maybe Arsenal. I don't know. I don't care. Nathan could have played anyway, but not City.
Everybody said that about John Stones, and look at what Pep Guardiola turned John Stones into. So don't be quick to speak about that.
Nathan has it's his third season here, right? Third season with the team, or third, right?
Second.
This is going to be his second.
Yes, that's horrible first season. And then hold up before I finish. United. Listen here, United, right? We have enough players to pick, right? We just like PSG. We can go first, second, and third team and still be okay to carry on playing. So listen here.
And still finish the league second.
Listen here, and listen carefully, right? The only way we'll finish second, and I'm gonna say Arsenal, please don't say a thing to me. Okay, Arsenal, yeah, it's Arsenal here, right? Leave me alone. The only way we're gonna play, and I see it really happening, right? Is you know what's the problem with Ole? He gets too excited between UEFA and the league game. He doesn't really think, okay, this is the type of team I need for a league game. This is the type of team I need to prepare for UEFA. Soon as that man gets pressured by the fans, and don't act like the fans don't pressure that man, he gets too shooked, and then he just does whatever things make sense at the time. No. Ole is a good coach. I'm not saying not one of the greatest, but a good coach. Hey, Man City Pep, leave me alone. He will do something, all right? And listen carefully. City's gonna come third this season. Can we quote this? Can we put this on a notepad somewhere? Third. Wait, you're gonna feel that.
Can I come in there? Can I come in?
I promise you, Joe.
Can I come in? I just want to chime in.
Okay, Chad. Yeah, add your 2 cents.
I just want to chime in and say something about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the ugly dude who managed to bag the hottest girl in the club. He's run on the biggest luck in the world. He's run on the biggest luck in the world, but it doesn't mean that you're not ugly, Chief.
Because we're all laughing because when we started this podcast, Vince told us he has 3 screens open. Now we know why.
Let me tell you. I have never in my whole life ever heard someone actually hurt my ears, because I have never heard someone with such incompetence. For a person who's on a football podcast has just shown that he doesn't actually know what football is. No, I'm perplexed. This guy just came. Hear me out. This guy came to our podcast. But if Fast Break is listening, maybe you guys must take Chain to Fast Break, because maybe he knows basketball better than football. That's more there. But this guy,
God, dude, oh my gosh.
No, guys. Hey,
Chain, remember?
Listen, you weren't raised by wolves. In black households, when someone speaks, you listen. Okay. you keep quiet until I tell you it's time for you to speak. Listen to your elders. Okay. This guy this came to Touchline, and he's just told us that in a Pep Guardiola season, this man is going to finish third when it is in his first. Can you believe it?
Imagine.
After having the most creative midfielder in the league, after potentially getting the striker who's finished top goal scorer in 4 of the last 5 seasons, after getting after having a keeper that finished with the most clean sheets, after having essentially a team that could go a second team that go and win the league, not just domestically, but also can go and win the league in other top 5 leagues in the world. Are you kidding me? Who do we have on our podcast, and who the hell invited Chain? Your name, your handle should actually be his handle should be who the fuck is Chain? Because what is just I am lost for words. Bile, don't ever invite the help to Touchline again. We need more comedy.
I'm so sorry. We finally got a response from Post Break. Apparently, the reason why Chain is here is because he was kicked out. First.
Yeah, because I caught scenes. Because all of you act all tough and shit. You know what's funny, right? Same thing must say about the First Break. All of them talking shit until my team made the finals. All of a sudden it was, Chain. No. I'm keep these words. When you guys come third, man, Vincent, I'm gonna look at you with your grown self. Respect your elders. I'm be like, respect that third place too. Ooh.
Oh man, this has been such a crazy show right now. I am in awe. I don't even understand what to say, because listen, as much as I am a Blue fan, as much as I'm a Chelsea fan, that whole Pep Guardiola nonsense is exactly that. It's just Pep Guardiola nonsense, because that man has the ability to turn players into world class. What Gundogan did last season and how he stepped up for that team has to be just what Pep Guardiola whispers in their ear. Chain, it's okay. We understand. You know, sometimes when you go so many seasons without a cup, bitterness just starts rising. You know, when your manager's wheels are always looking the other way, we understand. It's okay. And you were probably looking at the Europa League final just now before you got on. And so we understand why Uguti was so sour. But that's okay. There's still so many other transfers to get through this season. Like I said, the transfer season closes on the 31st of August. But also looking at some of the other teams that are still currently making signings, this Lukaku deal has been ongoing. They tried Haaland. Dortmund said no, which we knew. There's no way Jadon Sancho and Haaland are leaving in the same transfer. But then now they are back to their homeboy. They're back to Lukaku, 28 years old, looking to sign a 5-year deal. He did score 24 Serie A goals, the most creative player. I think this is the final piece, honestly, to Tuchel's team, whether he wins the Premier League, because obviously now we're looking at white Upe now. Like, you can't be Champions League winners and not win anything this season. So hopefully this is the missing piece that Chelsea are looking for. And also do remember that the UEFA Super Cup is up next, just after this podcast, 9 p.m. kickoff. That is Chelsea versus Villarreal. Yes, Vince. Chelsea versus Villarreal. Do you remember that Unai Emery has lost this cup twice with Sevilla, 2014 and 2015. He's hoping that 2021 is not the third time. And Tuchel, this is his first final in the Super Cup. Chelsea will be looking to make history yet again before the start of the Premier League this Friday. Now, looking at some of the fixtures for this weekend in the Premier League, like I said, Brentford and Arsenal. Who the FS Gamo does believe that Arsenal is probably going to have a better season this time around. Obviously, if he doesn't, throw away your shirt, dog. And then in some of the other big games, Man United will be playing a Leeds side that has been ongoing with signings. Leeds and Aston Villa were not playing this transfer period. They were making sure to gather their team. And then also another matches that are still coming up is Everton and Southampton, and also in that Super Sunday that I was talking about is Tottenham and Manchester City. But just so we can wrap up this period of a Touchline, because wow, it has just been violence tonight. Yo. It's just been violence, just violence. Do you remember that also this weekend we have the MTN 8, something that I want to discuss with you, Chad, so quickly. Do you remember that Orlando Pirates will be defending their crown? They play Swallows this coming weekend, and also in another big game, Mamelodi Sundowns will be hosting Kaizer Chiefs. How do you see the MTN panning out? And honestly, who needs it more, Chad?
Pirates aren't winning a thing this season. I'm sorry. I said that with pain in my heart. I said that with pain in my heart.
Okay.
I still can't get over that shambolic Black Label Cup performance. I
I
can't.
don't understand how. That's Pirates at their best, especially when they play Kaiser Chiefs.
I
That's
also
nothing
don't
new.
understand. I also don't understand how Pirates cannot accept that Gabadinho Mango is done. He can move to greener pastures. He can go make some Arab money and leave the club alone.
It's kind of hard to say that when he was their top goal scorer. So it's a bit difficult to actually fight that.
He's the top goal scorer because he's hogging all the playing time. Like, honestly speaking, I feel like Pirates would be better off with
Wow,
Gabadinho.
Vince.
But I agree with you, Gertman. I agree with you. But anyway, what did I want to say? Chiefs, I don't want them to win anything because Stuart Baxter is okay. Let me not say he's the devil. I was about to go there, but let's try and keep it family friendly. But yeah, Chiefs aren't winning things. It's only Sundowns. Sundowns' biggest enemy is themselves, honestly.
Yeah, and especially with the MTN 8. That's the one cup that always evades them.
But
you know,
I have so much faith in Benny. I have so much faith in Benny.
You think Benny is gonna?
I want Benny to thrive, and especially because after watching the COSAFA Cup and seeing two of the mainstays of the tournament as regular starters, I love Velimota. Velimota is my keeper, is my fighter.
Yeah.
But even Sitebe, that midfielder, what a player!
How beautiful is he?
What a player! But to cut it short, Amazulu is reinforcing this window is very huge for Benny. Benny needs to just cut back on the nepotism a bit. He just needs to cut back on signing his boys a bit. We can leave Justin Shonga in the wilderness where he belongs.
He's always in the wilderness. I mean, who signs for 3 teams in the space of a year? Like in the same, I don't understand what he was thinking. I'm so confused with Justin Shonga.
I know what happens, but as I said, it's a family-friendly show.
All right. Shane, you wanted to say something with regards to the MTN 8.
Mamelodi Sundowns, greatest team to ever live in PSL. So my team, right? I understand. I actually have a concept on why Sundowns doesn't win MTN 8 or has been cursed from MTN 8. Because there was like early in the years, when Vince was still, supporting City from the first time. So early in the times that Sundowns was really not doing well. Like we were going through the most. And then as Petrus decides, hey, I'm gonna make an MTN 8, for my team to at least win this one. He opened a cup league tournament we've never touched. Never. We've come to so many finals that's why I'm like the football gods really have it. They don't like us. They don't like that. No, you guys are not going to create your own league and win. It does not work like that. So I'll accept that. However, my Sundowns is still the greatest team in the PSL. So one way or another, we're not really focusing on the league even. We're trying to go to the Champions League and at least win that because we reached the semis. We failed that one previous season before. We flopped in the finals. I mean, we're trying to make a plan here. But yeah, we there. Vince, City.
Wow. You heard him, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, Mamelodi Sundowns need to be winning the MTN 8.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Vince.
I'm sorry.
You know what? That's maybe the first.
Let's go to Vince first. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Hopfi Kimogilo. Would you like to say something for him before I take it over? Hopfi Kimogilo.
No, I just wanted to say that Chiefs, like people shouldn't sleep on Chiefs. Like they signed a lot of really good players.
Especially with the signings. Thank you.
Yeah. Sokota, Ngobo.
Signed former Sundowns player.
They have like a lot of dope. They have like a lot of dope players, man. And
Nurkovic is hungry players.
Like fully fit. So yeah, man, don't sleep. I think they're gonna be good. This is gonna be a tone setter. This game. I hope it's good. Yeah. More power to Jim.
Okay.
We hope
Are you
so.
talking
As you can
about
see, the
Keegan
fixtures are
Dombolo?
lining up there at
Oh,
the bottom. That is Golden Arrows and Super Sport, as well as Orlando Pirates, who we hosting the Dube Birds and Morocco Swallows, with Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs, as well as Amazulu in Benny McCarthy's new team taking on his former team in Cape Town City. Yes, Vince, let's wrap up the MTN.
Yes, great. I put up my hand and you picked me. I love that for me. You're noticing me, and I love that. Question, guys, because I've noticed that we've obviously got Chad here, we've got Hatvik Mogelo here, we've got Shane here, whoever gave him that name, and we've got Bile. Guys, I also want to, right now we're on Touchline. It is today, it's 11/08/2021.
2021.
I want people to just be straight up, ne? And I want hands, because I don't want to come back here in a couple of months, whatever, and you're like, nah, dog, we didn't speak about it on that day. So for now, guys, Bile and I are swapping roles. Now I'm making the food in the house, and then she's going to work. So,
okay,
panel members, but also
Chelsea's winning the Premier League.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bile, Chelsea to win the Premier League. Can I get hands for City to win the Premier League? I just want to see who you guys are. No one saying City gonna win the. My goodness, none of this panel watches football. Okay, Man United to win the league.
I can't see that though.
Okay, Man United to win the league. Mudimo Wan Nazareth. Okay, Liverpool to win the league. Guys, if I say Leicester and like Tottenham and Arsenal, and you guys start putting up your hands.
Okay, in my defense, two teams for me would be Man City and Chelsea to win the league.
That's no. What you're not gonna do is flip flop. This isn't a slide. You said
obviously
Chelsea.
I want my team to win, but if there's another team that is going or might, is yours.
You are in my courthouse. Chad, who is winning the league?
I'm going to be the single man that I am and not commit.
Okay, as usual. That's why you're going to be single for life, winner. Chain, who is going to win the league? You're on mute.
I'm on United.
United is going to win the league. Thank you very much. You can put your mute back on. Hatvik Mogelo, who is going to win the league?
As much as it pains my heart, I honestly think that Chelsea are going to win the league.
Oh my goodness. I am bamboozled. I am in a panel with quite literally illiterate people, but that's fine. Last question.
Like Chelsea's the only team.
Question. No.
Chelsea's the only team.
You are in my courtroom, so you are only allowed to choose one. Obviously, Vince says Manchester City to win the league, and I'm going to say walk it with a good 9 points at the end of the year. But that's neither here nor there.
It's better than what happened last season.
Type that thing out, the guy in the back studio. Type it out. Vincent's winner at Manchester City. Okay, last question now. A question that is going to go all around. Who is going to finish top goal scorer?
Ooh.
While you're thinking about that, Chad, who's going to finish top goal scorer?
Romelu Lukaku.
Do you know, weirdly enough, I would still say Timo Werner. Because of Lukaku.
Is this our host?
Because of Lukaku.
Is this our host? Not our host telling us that the person
not Harry Kane.
Top goal scorer is
you want to say Harry Kane? Not Harry Kane.
Even 14 goals last season. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Anyway,
a Champions League winner. That's who I am.
What was Gambora?
You take this out tonight.
I knew that would hurt.
But
so Chad says Romelu Lukaku. Chain, who do you say, bro?
Bruno Fernandes.
You know what? You're an embarrassment side.
They've changed the rules to penalties. Sorry, Abu.
Listen here.
The point is captain.
Hatvik Mogelo, who is yours?
Aubameyang is winning his second Golden Boot this season.
Something maybe
And you, Mr. Host?
It's fairly obvious. Harry Kane in the Manchester City shirt, baby. We're eating nicely at the Etihad.
You really are. Thank you so much, Vince, for taking over that segment on the touchline. Do remember that every single league starts within this weekend or next weekend. This week, we have the Premier League. We have Serie A on the 21st. We have La Liga this Friday. We also have the Bundesliga also starting off this Friday with Bayern looking to defend their crown. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Vince __92, Mr. Chad Peterson. Hey, Chain, but we'll talk to you on the DL. And who the F is Gamo, thank you so much for coming onto Touchline SA. We hope this season is exactly what you imagine it to be for every single one of your teams. My name is Oaroledi Poko. Please follow Touchline SA on Instagram and Twitter. For us, please do watch the UEFA Super Cup next, 9 p.m. Chelsea taking on Villarreal. Until we meet each other again this coming weekend, we're out.